Excuse me, dear students, can you hear me? If you are able to hear me, please text me so that I can begin my lecture. Right? If you are able to hear me, please text me yes. Yes, sir. Red pen is there in my pocket actually. Can you please come down? I'm taking class now, live class. ये जो इधर है 9th B का पास उधर जगह फर्स्ट क्लास. हाँ हाँ हाँ. Okay, dear students, today first of all I shall begin with the practice of reported speech. Right? Good morning, all of you. Good morning. So, first of all, I shall start with the practice of reported speech because there are two questions given from reported speech, and reported speech is somewhat difficult for you. The rest of the questions from grammar are very easy. Therefore, it doesn't require much of practice, but reported speech does. That is why I'm starting a reported speech now. Okay, dear students. So I shall teach you reported speech. Just revise quickly the rules of the reported speech, right? As you can see here, dear students, this is a very important table that you need to revise, right? Like simple present becomes simple past becomes past perfect, present perfect becomes past perfect. So please go through this table quickly and then we shall continue. Okay, dear students, so if it is present perfect, always remember have or has done, it should be past perfect. If it is simple past, like he went there, it should be he had gone there. Or if it is like I did this work, it should be he had done this work. So remember, simple past becomes converted into past perfect. Also, present perfect, that is have or has done, also becomes converted into past perfect. And then do you do, does he do, becomes if I did or if he did. Did you do becomes if I had done. How do you do becomes how I did. And how did you do, that is simple past, becomes past perfect. How I had done. It cannot be how had I done. Remember, it should be when you are converting the simple past into past perfect, always remember that the simple past becomes past perfect and the order of the sentence will be subject plus verb. Always remember that. Okay. So I've already left it on your register. You told me that this side direction. Sure. So I was 9 was enough. इसलिए. Anyway, sir, I've given. Okay. So How did you do is how I did. How did you do will be how I had done. Remember, it should not be how had I done. It should be how I had done. For example, the teacher asked, "Where did you keep my book?" So it should be the teacher asked me where I had kept my book, right? Don't write where had I kept my book. You write where I had kept my book. Always remember this because many students make mistakes, and in the exam, they are in the options also. The examiner, the question setter might have given you in this manner in order to confuse you. But if you know the rule, you should not be confused, right? Therefore, remember it should be first subject and then had done, right? Present continuous will become past continuous tense, like am, is, are, doing will be was or were doing. Past continuous, that is was, were doing. I was going there. It should be he had been going there. So remember, was or were doing is also converted into had been doing. Shall, will, can become should, would, could, might. Am, is, are becomes was or were. Ago becomes before. A month ago becomes the previous month. Today or tonight becomes that day, that night. Tomorrow becomes the next day, the following day. Next day or week or month or year becomes the following day, week, month, year. Thus becomes so, just become then. So this is how, dear students, you are supposed to revise it so that you are able to remember that, and you are able to work it out perfectly well in the examination, right? So now a quick revision, and then we shall straight away start doing the exercise. Like for example, dear students, you see, if the reporting verb is in the present tense, like for example, he says I am not feeling well, so it should be, if the reporting verb is in the simple present tense, normally it is not simple present tense or future tense, normally it is in past tense. So if it is simple past tense, there will be corresponding change of tense here. But if it is not simple present past tense, if it is simple present tense or simple future tense, in that case there will be no change of tense here. So he says that he is not feeling well. She will say that my father is a doctor. Why there is no change of tense here? Because the reporting verb is in simple present here and future independent future indefinite or simple future here. So in case of reporting verb being simple present or simple future, there will be no change of tense here. But normally such questions don't come, but still if it comes at all, remember that first of all you check the reporting verb. If it is simple present or simple future, then remember that there will be no change of tense, corresponding tense in the reported speech. For example, you see here, he says that he is not feeling well. The same tense has been kept here also. See, here present simple present, here also simple present. Here present continuous, here also present continuous. Right? And here my father is a doctor, my father is a doctor. Same tense. Why same tense? Because reporting verb is either simple present or simple future. Right? Remember this. It is highly unlikely that such question will come, but as it is there in reported speech, please do remember that. Okay. Now you see, dear students, if the direct speech contains universal truth, characteristics, habitual action, then there is no change of tense of direct speech, right? For example, New Delhi is the capital of India. So don't write New Delhi was the capital, because it is universal true. Universally true. That is why no change of tense. So it should be New Delhi is the capital of India. If it is, for example, habitual action, for example, my friend said that he gets up every day at 6 o'clock in the morning. So my friend said I get up every day at 6 in the morning. So it should be my friend said that he gets up every day, because there is no corresponding change of tense in the reported speech if the sentence expresses either universal truth or habitual action or characteristics. What is the characteristics? For example, my brother said my watch keeps right time, right? So it is simple present, it is my watch keeps right time is this sentence shows the characteristics of the watch. Right? Understood? The sentence shows the characteristics of the watch. That is why there will not be any change of tense. Here also in reported speech, it should be simple present tense. Here, see, my watch keeps right time. His watch keeps right time. Right? So there is no change of tense here. So you remember that there are certain conditions, dear students, there are certain conditions for which there is no change of tense in reported speech, right? Number one, if the sentence expresses universal truth. Number second, if the sentence shows some characteristics, like if I say, my car runs well, my watch keeps right time, then likewise you can say my pen writes well. So these are the characteristics of my pen or vehicle or whatever, right? So if an object shows the characteristics, then there is no change of tense, corresponding tense in reported speech. If the sentence expresses universal truth, like Newton was a great scientist, New Delhi is the capital of India, or the earth moves around the sun. So for such cases also there is no change of tense in reported speech, right? And habitual action. What is habitual action? Like for example, my friend said, I go to the temple every Sunday. Okay, so it is the habit of the friend to go to the temple every Sunday. Or my friend says, I go to watch a movie every Sunday. So this is also a habit. So for habitual action, or my friend says, I take coffee every evening. So this is also habitual action. For habitual action, there is no change of tense, corresponding change of corresponding tense in the reported speech. Always do remember, dear students. Okay, so let us quickly revise. For universally true statement, there is no change of tense. For characteristics, there is no change of tense. For habitual action, there is no change of tense, right? And also there is another case where there is no change of tense. What is that? If the reporting verb is either in simple present or in simple future, then also there will not be any change of tense in the reported speech. Only the subject will change, because he says I am not feeling well. It will be he says that he is not feeling well, right? So dear students, I have explained you the important thing. Now one thing you see, listen, you watch here. He said to me. Always remember, if said is followed by an object like me, him, her, then said to is replaced by told. Always remember that. Okay, said is followed by told. Said to will be replaced by or followed by told. Okay, object me. Always remember that. If after said there is an object like me, him, her, then in the reported speech, said to will be replaced by told for assertive sentence, okay, or negative sentence also. But for interrogative sentence, it should be asked here, asked. He asked me what my name was. He asked me where I lived. Okay. Okay. Now you see, dear students, the teacher asked, did you have your breakfast? The teacher asked if I had my breakfast. Because did you have your breakfast? The answer can be yes or no. So for those interrogative questions whose answers can be yes or no, we use if or whether as a connector. That is why the teacher asked if I had my breakfast, right? It should be had, another had here, if I had my breakfast, because this had is past perfect tense, the structural had, and another will be the past participle of have. So it should be if I had my breakfast. The teacher asked, have you done your homework? The teacher asked if I had done my homework, because here have you done your homework, the answer can be yes or no. So for those questions whose answer can be yes or no, there we use if as a connector, and then according to the tense, if the tense is present perfect, then it becomes past perfect in the reported speech, right? So remember that. But for those questions, dear students, where there is answer is neither yes nor no, for example, how old are you? Answer can neither be yes or no. For those questions, the connector remains the same only. How will remain how only. Okay. So the teacher asked me how old he was. How old are you will be how old he was. The teacher asked me, when did you come? The teacher asked me, when I had come. That is what I was talking about. Don't write when had I come, right? When I had come. Whenever you convert a simple past tense into past perfect tense, always remember that subject comes first, then helping verb, and then the third form of the verb, right? So the teacher asked me, when did you come? It should be the teacher asked me when I had come, right? And for those interrogative questions where the answer is yes or no, we have to add a e for whether as a connector here. Okay, but for WH questions like why, when, where, which, okay, the answers of which cannot be yes or no, in that case we keep the uh, same word, okay, like how, when, where as the connector of the sentence. Okay, now see here, the teacher asked, what time do you sleep? The teacher asked, what time I slept? Because do you sleep is simple present. Simple present becomes simple past. That is why it should be slept here, right? So don't write, what time did I sleep? It should be, what time, the teacher asked me, what time I slept. It should not be, did I sleep, right? Remember this, please. Now, you see, if there is a statement which begins with let us. Okay, so are you able to hear me, dear students? Please do text me so that I can continue my lecture. Are you able to hear me properly? Okay, so now I hope you understood. Now I'm talking about let. If a sentence starts with let, how to change the reporting verb and what should come in the reported speech part is something that you must take notice of. That is very important. See here, my friend said to me, let us go to the theater this evening. So you see here, my friend suggested to me that we should go to the theater that evening. Always remember that if a sentence starts with let us go to the theater, or let us do the work now, let us watch a movie now, let us go to play in the field, whenever a sentence starts with let us and that sentence suggests something, like it indicates some suggestion. Okay, suggestion, like if I say let us do this work, so it's a kind of a suggestion. Okay, so in that case, always remember the reporting part will be suggested, okay, or proposed. So it's better you write suggested only. So my friend suggested to me that we should go to the theater. Okay, go is missing here, it should be go here, because let us go to the theater, this sentence indicates suggestion. So if a sentence indicates suggestion, then we should introduce should in the recorded speech. This is what you must remember, because this is a very important element of recorded speech. Okay, and very important rule of recorded speech, you can say. Okay, if a sentence begins with let us go to the theater, and if that sentence expresses or shows some kind of suggestion, then the reporting verb is suggested and the reported speech should be should. You see, let us, here it should be should. Okay, so my friend suggested to me that we should go to the theater, this will become that evening, right? And then, but if a sentence does not suggest any kind of suggestion, if it does not show any kind of suggestion, like for example, let me do this work, so let me do this work, let him do this work, does not show any kind of suggestion, right? Let me do this work or let him do this work does not show any kind of suggestion. So in that case, what will happen, dear students? you have to write wish here. My friend wished that he might do the work. Let me do the work will be he might do that work, or he might be allowed to do that work. Right? He let me do the work will be either he might do that work or he might be allowed to do that work. Right? And reporting verb will be wished. Always remember, reporting verb will be wished. So there are two types of sentences with let, dear students. One is which shows proposal or suggestion, like let us go there, let us do this work, let us visit that place, okay, let us talk with one another now, let us meet each other now. So such sentences are suggestive sentences. Okay, for such sentences we use suggested as reporting verb, and should come in the reported speech. Always remember. But for another type of sentence with let, which does not show any kind of suggestion or proposal, okay, for that type of sentence we must use wish as a reporting verb and might be allowed in the reported speech. My friend said to me, let me do this work. My friend wished that he might do that work. It could be either might or it can be might be allowed also. Any one is correct. You can write he might do that work also, or you can also write he might be allowed to do that work. Right? Next, reporting verb is also changed into advice, order, request, warn, according to the context in the direct speech. For example, the teacher said to us, always bring textbook in the class. So teacher advised or instructed us to always bring. See, this type of sentence is called imperative sentence. Why? Because this sentence shows either request or advice or order or warn. That is why they are called imperative sentence. So the teacher said to us, always bring textbook in the class. It should be the teacher advised or instructed us to always bring textbook in the class. To always bring textbook in the class. Right? So if you get any imperative sentence in the exam, always remember that the connector for imperative sentence for recorded speech is to. Okay, the teacher, and according to the sense of the sentence, according to the tone of the sentence, if it is an advice, you'll write here advice or instructed. If it is a request, you'll write the teacher requested. If it is warned, then you'll write the teacher warned. Right? Likewise, like for example, you see next one, the master said to the servant, post the letter. The master ordered the servant to post the letter. Right? Okay, so that is the imperative sentence. Right? So dear students, hopefully you are able to understand what I am explaining you. Please text me your feedback. Are you able to hear me properly? Are you able to understand what I am explaining? Please let me know quickly so that I can proceed to the next rule quickly, and then we shall go ahead with a quiz on reported speech. Quickly, dear students, just text me your response quickly. I am waiting for your response before I go ahead with the next set of rules. Okay, thank you Riddhi, Anusri, Manajay, Asmita. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Let me go ahead with my next rule. Okay. Now you see, dear students, and another type of sentence is that exclamatory sentence. Okay. In exclamatory sentence, reporting verb is changed into wished or exclaimed. Okay, prayed, applaud, so many are there. But you should know the basic ones. Like for example, he said to me, may you live long. He wished that I might live long. Right? So if a sentence starts with may you live long, always remember it should be in the reported speech, the reporting verb should be wish, number one, and number two should be might. Okay, may will become might here. So he wished that I might live long. My mother said to me, may God bless you. My mother prayed that God might bless me. My mother prayed that God might bless me. He said to me, good morning. He wished me good morning. Right? Likewise. But if it is like that, the boy said, what a joy, we have won the game. And should be the boy exclaimed with joy that they had won the game. Okay, what a joy here will be exclaimed with joy. Okay, because it is exclamatory sentence. See, if someone says, what a fool you are, then it should be exclaimed. See, what a fool you are is an example of exclamatory sentence. And always remember that exclamatory sentence is always have is having some indication like there will be some exclamatory mark. Okay, so here it is not given, but it should be exclamatory here. What a fool you were! I explained that he was a great fool. Right. So how beautiful is the flower? So he exclaimed that it was a very beautiful flower. Okay, right. Likewise, my friend said to me, "What a big house is this?" My friend exclaimed that it was a very big house. Right. So likewise, you can remember the sentence, exclamatory sentence. Okay. So for exclamatory sentence, the reporting verb is always exclaimed, and always remember that it should be in the reported speech in corresponding past tense also. Like for example, my friend said to me, "How beautiful is the house?" So my friend exclaimed that it was a very beautiful house, right? Likewise, the commander said to the soldiers, "Bravo, you fought bravely." The commander applauded the soldiers, saying that they had fought bravely. Okay, so dear students, now let's go to the quiz section here, and let's do some quiz here. Okay, reported speech quiz will be there somewhere. Let me check, and then we shall continue with the reported speech quiz. Okay, transformation is there. Okay, so let's do from here. Let's do from uh, here. Let's do. Okay, you tell me which one shall I select. My friend said to me, "I shall go to Delhi tomorrow." So my friend told me that he would go to Delhi tomorrow. My friend told me that he will go to Delhi tomorrow. My friend asked me that he would go to Delhi, and my friend told me that he would go to Delhi the next day. So you tell me which one shall I select for the correct answer. Quickly, I am keeping an eye on the chat box, so please do text me your answer. Question number one. Let's revise it very quickly, and then we will switch on to the writing skill, dear students. Palak Pari, Manajay, Anusri, Asmita, please do text me quickly. Asmita Sruti says option D. Okay. Dear students, um, let's consider their answer. Okay. So here you see, dear students, my friend said to me, "I shall." So I shall would be he would, right? Go to Delhi. Tomorrow will become the next day. So he would go to Delhi the next day. Very good. So Asmita, Shruti, they are correct. It should be uh, he would go to Delhi the next day. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. The master said to the servant, "Fetch me a glass of water." Okay. The master ordered the servant to fetch him a glass of water. The master informed the servant. Master ordered the servant. The master said to the servant. Which one do you think is the correct answer? Um, yes, yes. Palak, Pari, Manajay, Anusri, Gungun, please respond quickly. Okay, Palak says A. Very good, very good, Betty. So it should be the master ordered the servant to fetch him a glass of water. Okay, fetch him a glass of water, right? Because it is an imperative sentence. Fetch me a glass of water. It's imperative sentence. I told you for imperative sentence you have to just use a to as a connector. So the master ordered the servant to fetch him a glass of water. Absolutely correct. Now you see, the mother said to her son, change your shoes. Okay. So it can be report, change your shoes. It is also imperative sentence. See, it is also imperative sentence. Change your shoes. You can say the mother instructed her son to change his shoes, or the mother ordered her son to change his shoes, right? Or the mother asked her son to change his shoes, right? So let's find out. The mother said to her son to change. No, said won't be the reporting verb, because change, it should be either instructed or asked. Okay. The mother asked her son to change his shoes. The mother asked her son to change your. The mother ordered. Okay. So normally it's not ordered. Mom, when it comes to mother and son interaction, it can say it's instructed or asked. Okay. So it should be number B actually, right? Okay. I hope some of you have written yes. Pari has written number B. Manaja Asmita. Okay. Very good. Okay. So it should be the mother asked her son to change his shoes. Next, you see, which of the following is the indirect speech of the given sentence? She said, could you open the window, please? Could you open the window, please? Okay. So dear students, you see here, please is the word given here. Please is the word given here. Please is the word given here. Therefore, you have to write the reporting verb as requested. Okay. See, because see here, could you is interrogative sentence. I understand. For interrogative sentence, normally we are supposed to. For interrogative sentence, we are supposed to use asked actually in the reporting verb. But as please is given here, so the reporting verb will be always, remember, requested. So it should be she requested if I could open the window. Okay, if I could open the window. Okay, she said, she asked, she requested if I could open the window will be the correct answer, right? Okay. Which option shows the correct change into reported speech? She said, I did not go to the party last night. I did not go to the party last night. So this is simple past tense, right? I did not go to the party last night. So it should be past perfect tense, right? So past perfect tense, you find out the past perfect tense. Question number 5. Let's see who answers quickly. Question number 5. Let me see who answers quickly. She said, I did not go to the party last night. Manajoy A. Parimal A. Okay, very good, very good. So let's find out. Pari A, Nityam, Palak A. Very good. Asmita A. See, she said that I did not go. Simple past will become past perfect. So she had not gone to the party, and last night will become the previous night, right? So this is the correct answer. Okay, you see here, did not go will become had not gone, right? And last night is converted into previous night. So this is the correct answer, right? If you know the concept, if you know the answer, then no need to read all these options, right? Just straight away you can select this. Okay. My teacher asked me, where did you go yesterday? Very often repeated question, dear students, and where students also make mistakes. I also told you while explaining today what kind of mistakes does student make normally. Okay. Anyway, you tell me. My teacher asked me, where did you go yesterday? My teacher asked me where I went yesterday. My teacher asked me where I had gone the previous day. My teacher asked, where had I gone? My teacher asked, where did I go yesterday? So question number 6, quickly, let me see. Question number 6, how many of you are able to do question number 6? Pari option B, Manajay option C, Asmita option C. Let's see. Here, Manajay, Asmita C, Riddhi B, Pari B. Okay. Riddhi Pari B. Okay. Yes. So Manajay and Asmita, you were not able to understand what I explained just before I started this exercise. See, I told you, na, ki where did you go cannot be where had I gone. It cannot be, it's incorrect, because when it comes to reporter speech, first subject will come, then had, then gone. So, Pari and Riddhi are correct. Okay. Riddhi B and Pari also said B. Very good. Okay. Because you see here, where did you go yesterday? Where I had gone yesterday. See, simple past tense. Did you go? So this simple past will be past perfect. It is past perfect. It is also past perfect, right? But remember that when it comes to reporter speech of interrogative question, first subject comes, then verb comes. Okay, so my teacher asked me where I had gone the previous day. It cannot be my teacher asked me where had I gone, even though both are past perfect tense. But according to the order of the sentence, it should be first subject, then helping verb, then third form of the verb, right? Therefore, my teacher asked me where I had gone the previous day is the correct answer. Please do remember, this is a difficult question. Most of the students make mistakes. They become confused. But I am explaining him so simply, so easily, and so lucidly, you should be able to understand it, right? It's very simple thing. Where did you go? Where have you been? Or what did you do yesterday? What I had done yesterday. Okay? What did you eat yesterday? What I had eaten yesterday. Right? How did you do this work? How I had done this work. Okay? What did you find there? What I had found there. Okay, please remember the structure. First subject, then helping verb, then third form. Understood, I suppose, Manajay and Asmita. I hope you both of you have understood now. Okay. If there is a simple past tense, always remember interrogative sentence. The answer should be in the reporter speech. Answer the order of the sentence should be first subject, then helping verb, and then the third form of the verb. Okay. Next. My friend asked me, where do you live now? My friend asked me where I live then. My friend asked where did I live then. My friend asked where I had lived then. And my friend asked me where I lived then. So question number 7 quickly. Okay. Question number 7 quickly, please. My friend asked me where do you live now? Where do you live? Always remember, do you live? It is simple present tense. And simple present becomes past simple past. Where do you live? Simple present becomes simple past. So please do remember this formula. Now you tell me, question number 7, what's the answer? Quickly. Pari D. Pari says D. What about rest of you? Let me see. Parimal, what about Gungun? You are not visible. Krishna, Akanksha, Shivam Nikade, Ayushi Singh. Where are you people? Nandini. Okay, so Pari says option D. Let us see. My friend asked me, where do you live now? My friend asked me where I live then. Okay. Pari, you were not correct. I'm sorry to say, because do you live is simple present tense, it will become simple past tense. So which is the example which shows simple past tense in this? And remember the sentence order from first subject, then helping verb, or in this case, main verb. So remember this sentence order, because for interrogative sentence, in reporter speech, the sentence order also changes. You cannot say, where did I live? It is wrong. It should be, I've given you all the hints now. You should be able to understand it now. Honestly says number A. Okay, let me see. Honestly says number A. My friend asked me where I lived then. Okay. So, what about rest of you? Quickly. Asmita, Pari, Riddhi, Manajay. Anusri, is it C? Okay, so see here, how many times shall I explain you, dear students? Today I have explained, while I was explaining the rules, I explained you, and in the table also this rule is there. See here, where do you live now? Where do you live now? Do you live is simple present tense. It will become simple past tense. What is the simple past of do you live? What is the simple past tense of do you live? The simple past of tense of do you live is lived, L-I-V-E-D, lived, right? And in the interrogative sentence, while we make the reported speech, we first write the subject, I, then verb. So, my friend asked me where I lived them is the correct answer. Anusri and Padi are wrong. It should be A actually. Okay. My friend asked me, where do you live now? My friend asked me where I lived them. Then, how many times shall I explain you, dear students? The teacher said Patna is the capital city of Bihar. Patna is the capital city of Bihar. Quickly you tell me, which one is the answer? Tell me very quickly which one should be the answer. I'm keeping an eye on the chat box. Tell me quickly. I have explained you so lucidly, but still you are making mistakes. You are still making mistakes, dear students. Tell me the answer of this. It's very simple. Patna is the capital city of Bihar. It's very simple. Anusri, A. Or what about rest of you? What about rest of you, dear students? Asmita, Padi, Riddhi. Okay. Yes, you are correct. It should be my teacher. Patna is the capital city of Bihar. There is no change of tense because it's a universally true statement. That is why there is no change of tense. Next, my brother said, my car runs very fast. So tell me, my brother said, my car runs very fast. My brother said that his car ran very fast. My brother said that his car runs very fast. So which one and another two are there? So which one do you think should be the correct answer? Tell me quickly. Asmita and honestly says number one. Let me check. Uh, Asmita, if I go with Asmita and Anusri, if I go with Asmita and Anusri, then I shall be wrong. Okay? Why? Because let me tell you why. Why you are wrong? Let me tell you, Asmita and Anusri. My brother said my car runs very fast. Right? So my car runs very fast is the example of a sentence which shows the characteristics of the car. Okay? So there is a rule that if a sentence shows the characteristics of something, then there is no change of tense in the reported speech. Have you forgotten? I have explained you now just a couple of minutes back. So my car runs very fast. It is the example of a sentence which shows characteristics. Therefore, there is no change of tense. Do you remember? I told you that in four cases there will be no change of tense in the reported speech. Number one, universal true. Number two is habitual action. Number three is characteristics, and number four is if the reporting verb is either in simple present tense or in simple future tense, then also there is no change of tense in the reported speech, right? So my car runs very fast. The same tense will be there in the answer. There will not be any change of tense. So my brother said that his car runs very fast. This is the correct answer because it is the example of characteristics. Therefore, there is no change of tense. Last question. She said, I lived here for 5 years. She said, I lived here for 5 years. So you tell me the answer. Let me see how you managed to tell the answer. Answer to question number 10. Asmita, Pari, all of you. Palak, Anusri, Riddhi, Manajay, all of you. Let me see who can tell me the answer quickly. Question number 10. Doesn't matter if it is wrong. Doesn't matter. Just answer. Doesn't matter because I require your response. Pari, A, Nityam, A, Riddhi, A, Anusri. Okay. All of you are saying it's A, except I think, okay, now, even Asmita says A. She said, I lived here for 5 years. She said that she had lived there for 5 years. Yes, very good. Because see, it is simple past tense. Simple past becomes past perfect. So she had lived past perfect. And here becomes there in reported speech, right? So you are absolutely correct. Whenever you come to the conclusion and find out the correct answer, there is no need to go for the other options and kill your time in the examination, right? If you have found the correct answer in the first option itself, just go about selecting it, locking the answer, and marking the answer in the OMR sheet, right? So, dear students, what I have observed here um, is that in the interrogative sentence and in those sentences which show universally true statements or characteristics or habitual action, you are fumbling, you are making some mistakes. So please do revise interrogative sentences as well as you can say sentences showing universal true or habitual action or characteristics, right? So you need to correct this. Okay, so whenever you click on this link, it will take you to the reported speech page. And as I told you, see, this is what you need to remember. See, this is what you need to remember. See, I have already explained you. Do you do? See, do you do? Does he do? Will be if I did. It's not if did I. If I did, if he did. Did you do if I had done? This one you have to remember. Did you go if I had gone? Did you complete if I had completed? So you remember this. How do you do? How I did. How do you go? How I went. How do you manage? How I managed. How did you do? How I had done. It should not be had I. It should be how I had done. How did you complete? How I had completed. Right? And always remember, past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. Like was or were doing will be always had been doing. Right? So hopefully you have understood, dear students, the reporter speech. And now I shall take a break for some time, like for example, by 12:10, once again I shall be live, okay, with the writing skill. So please do log in at 12:10, right? 12:10 I shall be available once again. So please do join me at 12:10 for the practice of writing skill. Okay, dear students, and in the meantime, you can practice this one. Let me show you. You can go to the page and then you can click here. See, click here. If you click here, then you will get some reported speech questions and you can practice these questions. Okay. See here, you will get some reported speech. Okay, might be it's removed. Anyway, I shall send you some more reported speech questions. Okay, so dear students, let me wind up here, and then I shall be live once again at 12:10. So please do join me for the practice of writing skill, and also take all the quizzes of literature from the prose as well as poems. Okay, and after I finish the practice of writing skill, let me know if you need any help from any literature lesson as well. In that case, I can clear your doubt. Okay, so see you once again at 12:10.